oh, God bless you and all of that. He told me what he wanted to do and what God was putting in his hand. He said, send account number. And I said, no problem. He didn't tell me how much he was going to give. He just said he wanted to just drop something and all of that. And I sent the account number. I was in the village doing free medical, not knowing how I'm going to build the house and wondering whether I'm going to be disgraced. And God knew what was going to happen. And he sent that money, and it was 100,000 naira above the whole budget the man gave me. House is built. Life moves on. I have seen God. I know God. I know that the liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that water shall be watered also himself. I don't talk rubbish. I just keep moving. Now, I have taught you this year by year by year by year by year by year. You watch me. You open your mouth. You keep talking. You keep counting your money. And I keep counting my blessings. That's what I do in Impact. When we started Impact, we feed pastors, run around. I looked as if I was stupid, but I've done that. Through many years have I been stranded. Through many years have I been down. I have children that are schooling abroad. This church doesn't contribute 10 kobo to the school fees of any of my children abroad. Not 1 naira. I pay in pounds. You didn't hear me. Is anybody hearing? In the last 2 weeks, from 2 different places, I have enough money put down to pay for their next year. Why? Because God always honors you when you honor him. Stop talking rubbish and obey God. Go out and stretch yourself. Am I talking to somebody here? You are talking about property. You are looking for what to buy. I didn't look for what to buy. But I have 2 houses in Abuja now. I have 1 in Lagos now. I didn't save money to buy them. I didn't raise money to buy them. God always moves. I'm talking, is anybody hearing me here? I go to different cities. I have lands there. Plus of lands. I don't know how. I was telling somebody a few days ago, I have 20 plus of land in Lekki. I can talk to you today with boldness about what God has done. Why? Everywhere somebody does this. Somebody does this. Somebody does this. Stop paying an right hand. I can't afford it from my pocket, but God can afford it from his pocket. I do the little I can. He does the one he can. Stop running around and asking yourself how much you have in your saving, and ask God what he wants you to do with your life. Let's stop moving up and down. Let's stop moving up and down. I'm doing well. Hey. All my friends are talking about how much they have. I don't have the money physically, but I have more than them. They raise money to buy. I enter into what is bought. Thunder fire kwensu. Stop moving up and down. Stop talking rubbish. 1 check, you buy it. 1 check, you do it. 1 check, you do it. God is enough. I said, God is enough. I said, God is enough. I said, God. You may not hear me, but you hear me too. I said, God is enough. Lift your hand and say, my God is enough. We were talking about over and above generosity. We're talking about generosity that is not rooted in abundance, but rooted in your own need. You have need, but you are still generous. If you say yes, let me show you 2 Corinthians chapter 8, and I close in a few minutes. 2 Corinthians chapter 8. Moreover, brethren, we do not you to wit of the grace of God bestowed on the churches of Macedonia. Paul is writing and said, there's this church in Macedonia, they have excess grace. Somebody say excess grace. Somebody say excess grace. What was this grace they're talking about? What was this grace? He said, how that in a great trial of affliction, this church was having affliction. The abundance of their joy and their deep poverty abounded unto the riches of their liberality. Are you with me? They're not hearing. Are you with me? If you had me, say yes. Oh, because I talked about your akanchiness, you don't want to talk again. Look at me, act as if it's not you, even though we know it's you. Look up here. Pretend as if you're the liberal person. Are you hearing my voice? Just act as if I know we are the givers. We know you. My people say, dog, no, they eat your shit. Hello? Can we move on? He said, for to their power, I bear record, yea, and beyond their power, they were willing of themselves. What were they doing? Praying to us, that's begging us with much entreaty that we'll receive the gift and take upon us the fellowship of ministering of the saints. Next verse. And this they did, not as we hope, but first gave their own selves to the Lord and unto us by the will of God. Let me explain. There was famine in Jerusalem. The church Peter was pastoring was having famine. Trouble everywhere. And then Paul wrote a letter to all the churches he founded among the Gentiles. I said, there's problem in Jerusalem. Let's help the brethren in Jerusalem. And this church was also going through the famine in their own place. And they were also going through persecution. So they had trial of affliction, and they were having deep poverty out of their own famine. But Paul wasn't expecting them to give. He was writing to the churches that were rich, like Corinthians and others, to give. And these ones decided to raise money and send to Jerusalem. And Paul was begging them, why are you saving money? You people are broke. You people are even poorer than those in Jerusalem. They say, no, if our brethren over there are this. If they out of their deep poverty, they were begging us with much entreaty that they must contribute. Paul said, it's only grace that can make a man do that. That's what we talk about when we talk about over and above generosity. Not the kind of person, sometimes when I hear people complain, every small thing is a complaint. And brothers and sisters, maybe I used to be like you. But I remember some time back I told you. One day, after they bugged me from here, bugged me from here, bugged me from here, and all of that. You know, when we announced Random Acts of Kindness, the same day my wife finished talking about it, I got so many mails from members of the church because they thought if you announce Random Acts of Kindness, they mean beg pastor. He said, Pastor, I can't do this, I can't do this, help me to start a job, help me start this, help me start this, help me start this. My Random Acts of Kindness is out there, and I want you also to do something for somebody. Even though you don't have, start with the one you have, and God will give you what you need. I can't hear your amen. Amen. Oh my God. I can't hear your amen. So let's go out and do something. Our time is almost up. These guys were pleading. Want to do something. Start with your own. Tell your neighbor, I'm starting with my own. Tell another person, I'm starting now. Tell a third person, I'm starting now. I told them in the last service, the things that motivate people for their random acts of kindness, the things that motivate people to give generously. And one of the few things that motivate them to give generously, are you with me? Is sincere gratitude for the blessings of life. If you are grateful for what God has given you, you will give to others. Secondly, is deep empathy for the underprivileged. If you look at anybody that is worse than you, if you can see somebody worse than you, are you with me? Are you with me? You will give. When I look at the things God has done for me, I don't deserve them. Why won't you give? Why won't you celebrate? Hello? If you had me say, I hear you, sir. Why won't you do that? The people that are dying, are you better than them? The people that are going through accidents and problems, are you better than them? If they discover one thing wrong in your life now, you want to give all your money just to escape. What I'm saying, is that true? What I'm saying, is that true? Hiya. Please do something. The third one is consciousness of the blessing of stewardship. If you are conscious that when you bless others, God blesses you back, you will give. Fourth one is revelation of the witness impact of love. That people are more excited to receive our gospel when we show them love than when we preach dry message to them. What I'm saying, is that true? And then finally is humility about the turns and twists of life. How many of you know that somebody that up today can be down tomorrow? If you have that, you don't hang around and puff up yourself. You see, listen, you don't call a man successful until you see the end, though. You are not hearing me. Life is a journey. There were people who used to be big men before that are begging money today. Please talk to me. Is that true? And one small thing can swallow everything a man has. That's why you don't get arrogant. If you're here, say, I am here. So, in this third service, we are generous because we know the blessing of stewardship. Blessing is not a gift, it's a trust. God has trusted you with what you have. One day I was praying and I said to God, I said, there are men that through the years of my praying, I say to you, bless people and raise them that they may be partners with me in building Gateway. I said, some of them got blessed and they are not giving commensurate to their blessing. As I'm not asking you to take away their blessing, keep their blessing. But raise me people who will go beyond them and who are going to be partners with me in what I am doing. I say, because you raise them for this work, they give pitiance to the work. Lord, I don't want pity people, I want partners. Raise partners for me. People that will get up and sign a check with abandonment and say, do this thing, let it be done. Not people that will get up and give 10,000 and it's like they took blood from them. No, they are partners because that's what I do. That's how I live. That's how I move my life. We don't do it because we have too much. We do it because we love too much. The higher purpose of whatever you have in life is in the lives God can touch through you with what you have. Please know that God is rich enough when he moves through you. And everyone is rich enough to give something. Somebody say, I'm rich enough to give something. I can't hear your amen. How many of you know that whatever you give, invest in God and in people's life is not wasted? People may despise it. So give what you have. Start from there. Don't keep getting agitated. Just enter a keke and pay for one person. That's enough. Give him the card. Celebrate God. Take a selfie with him. Move on. That's enough. Did they hear me? Don't look for big things. Don't stress yourself too much. Just start from what you can. That's what it means to partner. Don't be the kind of people that walk. You know, this church. Are you with me? Somebody, the insurance people called me a few days ago. And so the insurance you did in the church has expired. And I said, no problem. I told the accounts people, I said, no problem. We did it because the church was insured. I didn't insure the church. A member of this church called me and said, this thing, threat of fire and whatever, burglary and all of that. What is the issue and all of that? I will pay for us to insure. If God people, they evaluated the church. He paid for it and walked away. He sits in the church. He's not a leader in the church. That's what it means to belong to a place. That's what it means to care for what is going on. Not sit down in church, tight, you won't pay, get involved, you won't pay, and then you have a loud mouth. That's not church. If you heard me say yes. Secondly, do it in community. Do it with other people. Do it with men. Do it with women. Get involved with other people. That's how to serve. That's how to grow church. There are people you call pillars in church. If you remove them, church will be standing. You call them pillars. They have carried nothing since we started. If you remove them, the church will be standing. If they don't show up in 10 years, you won't notice. Because their tithe has never come here before. I want you to be that kind of person. But outside there, show love to people. If you had me say, I hear you, sir. That's what I'm talking about. And then finally, enjoy the process. God loves a cheerful giver, not a sad-faced giver. Cheerful. So, are you hearing me? So while you are giving, take a selfie. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? You know, in the journey I went to, I know that normally I don't go out for and buy some things. I was in the shop there, and the Lord helped me. This God is amazing, no? God knows how to stop you from. I was in America. I put in my card to pay, and they rejected my card. I said, God, you are a good God. There is none like you in all the earth. Is anybody? Are you hearing? No. Let me tell you what happened. I was quarreling. I didn't know what to do and all of that. I was physically in America. My daughter was in the UK and she uses my card. While I was here buying something, at the same time, she was over there and punched the something. So they noticed one card in America, one in the UK. They say, oh, it's like 419. They block it. I say, Jehovah, you did. So I say, shopping suspended until further notice. But you see, when I got to London, the children took me out. He said, I said, I didn't buy anything. They said, okay, let's go out now. I went. And they said, let's go bowling. And I went with them. And we did some bowling. And they were busy taking selfies. Why? They wanted to show it to their friends. Their father visited. Now look up here. I want you to have something to show. A picture of, are you hearing me? Of the journey you took. Of the joy you brought to people. Of the fun you gave to people. Take it. Copy it. Share it. Don't let it just be that you did random acts of kindness. Let there be something to celebrate for next year. Did you hear me? I tire for you. Get up. You have to go home. Anybody caught something today? Grab your neighbor's hand and say, every arrogantness in your hand, I break it now. Now lift the hand above your head with your neighbor's hand and say, in the name of Jesus, as you go out and bless others, Jehovah bless you. Jehovah bless you. Jehovah bless you. Jehovah bless you. Open your mouth and pray for that person. God bless you. Shout amen like thunder. Amen. Lift your hand high. No long prayer. We have prayed for you before we started. In the name that's above every name, the Lord give you a giving heart. Amen. In your partnership of giving, the Lord command a exceptional help for your destiny. Amen. Let this month be a month as you share love. May God share love to you. Amen. May God pour grace upon your life. Amen. May God protect your life. Amen. Defend your destiny. Amen. Answer your desires. Amen. In the name of Jesus. The woman said, God showed me in a vision, in a dream. He said, when last did you clean the church? Do you know, before I came out, I was talking with somebody just today who has been, is it 5 or 6 or 7 years without a child, and met me at the back, fully loaded, and she said, Pastor, you don't understand. It was, and she mentioned the exact service in the house of God. Not prayer. He said, God told me to do this. I did it. Not money. Kingdom service. He said, that same month he visited. I was with our whole church members yesterday and other. And one of them said, I lost my job. Things were so down. I didn't know what to do. I had 2 generators, big one and small one. I decided I'm going to sell the big one and use it to put some things in my house in order. He invited the man to come and buy it. The man appeared. They've negotiated. The man is in his house to carry the generator. He said, Sunday he had a voice. He said, why don't you carry this generator and just go and drop it in your church? He told the man, I'm not selling again. The man said, we say it didn't price well. The man said, okay, what do you want? He said, I'm not the seller again. He said, while he was doing that, something in his heart was saying, are you stupid? You need this money. And he said, I turned the man away. I carried the generator. It was a Saturday. And I went and dropped it in the church. It was a bigger generator he has. He just lost his job. Things were bad. He said, I've been waiting for a child for many years. We have gone everywhere. We have done everything. It didn't work. He said, that same month, my wife took it. He said, he was telling the other men, he said, God just taught me that sacrifice works. I came to tell you today, this thing works. Go out there. I'm not saying sell your car, sell your house. I'm saying the little you can do, do it. If you had me say yes, do it in humility and you'll have it. Lift your hand. Now I bless you. 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 It is done. Sit down. Give him a clap. Wow. Let's take your offering very quickly. I'm sure you have your partnership envelope, right? Are you here? Please, the reason for that in your hand is very simple. Every first Sunday of the month, we want you to decide what to give to the Lord. If it's 500 naira, you write your name, write 500 naira, and tick whatever you want it to go for that month. Either missions or pastor circle or business and business assistance or whatever. Do that every month. Choose a particular amount you're going to give every first Sunday of the month and then do that. Did you hear my voice? That's what we want to do. We want you to have a say. If you give 1,000 and you want to go 500 to benevolence, 500 church planting, write it on that place. Put your name there. Now, if you are transferring your own, what you do is simply you tick the account number, like my own here is empty. There's no cover inside it. I wrote George Izunwa, 50,000, and I tick there, and I put scholarship. Because my own for every month is 250,000. And I give 50,000 to 5 different things in the 5 different services. You choose what you want to give. I say to God, if I don't have it, I will borrow. But it will never be that through this year, any month pass, that give me at least 50,000 to one of the things among the 5 I have chosen. Your own may not be 50,000, maybe 5,000. Your own may be 1,000. Your own may be 200 naira. Do it and do it diligently. And let God honor you and let God lift you. I got here by practicing this. You will go higher by practicing your own. If you are paying your tithes, stand up with your tithes and let us honor the Lord with this. Do that very quickly. If you're paying your tithes, start coming to the altar quickly. Start coming to the altar. Every other person, lift up your offering. Lift up your seed. If you're a new member of the church or you're just coming for the first time, you don't need to write your name. Just do what you want to do. If you want to write, no problem. Write your name, phone number, we record it. There's a database for it. In the name that's above every name, let the best of God be poured out to you. Please, who's taking the tithes here? Please, can the person be on duty? I command that the yoke of lack is broken. Go and succeed. It is done. Shout amen like a Christian. Anything that can be taught a man, I have taught you. The choice is in the doing. Somebody say the doing. Receive grace. I can't hear your amen. They gave you this material to show you our social media handles. Did they give you? This one? Please. Check our Facebook, our Twitter. Get connected to everything and start sharing from there. You don't know how to join our prayer altar. The phone number is there. Every Monday I lead you in prayer, and every Wednesday connect with that phone number. Watch us on TV, watch us on YouTube. All of the information is there. Our radio times are there. So you don't say you missed anything we are doing. Now, if you are here, say yes. So when you go to our site, follow it, like it, comment on it, share it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do that as a member. Do that as somebody who is committed. Now, if your phone is not internet compliant, go outside under the abundance hall there. There are laptops all over the place. Somebody there will help you to get involved and show you what to do. I believe that from here we can go higher. You have the card for the Random Acts of Kindness. Do you have it? It has Aviva at the back. Look at the front of it. It says, hello friend. This person gave you a gift because of Random Acts of Kindness of Gateway. As you do anything, give it to them and invite them for Aviva. I see God raise you higher. Shout amen like a minute. Please don't forget tomorrow. Somebody say tomorrow. Can I say tomorrow? Tomorrow is Monday and Tuesday. University of Port Harcourt will be honoring your man of God. Amen. Please, can I ask you this simple question from the depth of my spirit? Do I need to plead with you to come? Do I need to specially motivate you and explain why you need to drop whatever you are doing to be there? Do I need to explain for you? I'm asking every businessman here, every career person here, does this man of God need to beg you, explain to you, or send people to motivate you why you should be in Uniport tomorrow by 9 o'clock? Let me come closer. I want to ask you now, so you won't say tomorrow that you are not aware. Do I need to do any special thing to motivate you? Let anything make you not come. 9 o'clock, there'll be bosses in this place to carry everybody here. So come here by 9. There'll be bosses here. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Bosses here. They'll take you down and wait for you to bring you back. Are you with me? Invite your friends. Tomorrow and Tuesday is celebrating your man of God. Is that a good thing? Yes, let's come. Give the Lord a beautiful clap offering on that. So find your way in that meeting. Don't forget everything that we are going to. Okay, let's not get into all that. My free medical program is starting next week. If you want to be part of it, please do. There are some people here, about 7 or so persons, who decided, Pastor, you cannot just go there and do free medical. We want to help you take care of the widows there. Let's add that to that. And they gave some materials to give at least 50 to 100 widows. You can do anything. Some people have brought drugs. Some people have done that. If you want to be a part of it, either see me or go to the welcome center and do what you can.